career, I've had the pleasure of working with thousands of racehorses, some of the best in the world. Cutting, reining, working cow horse, I've had 9 world's champions in the show rings of the world. HRTV, the public will be excited about the equestrian events they're bringing them.
Watch Monty Roberts on Tuesdays right here on HRTV, the network for horse sports.
Well, it's time for the Wednesday edition of It's a Woman's World, and joining me today is Sue McPeak. And Sue, glad to have you on today's edition.
Oh, it's great to be on. Great to talk to you, Joanne.
Well, you've played many, many roles in horse racing, and you've taken some absolutely beautiful photographs, not just of horses, but of your own daughter. I mean, you've been in this game playing roles from stable foreman. You've worked at Lane's End Farm, confirmation photos. How did you make your way to the racetrack initially?
Well, I guess it was my original love for horses and the decision that I made back in the early 80s that I needed to make a living somehow with horses, and someone mentioned to me about the racetrack, and I was very lucky to start an association with Neil Howard, who was just starting to train privately for Mr. Farish at Lane's End Farm, and couldn't have asked for a better outfit to begin with. I got racetrack experience on the racetrack for about 4 years, and then moved to their farm division and worked in the yearling division and learned all about the sales, prepping for the yearling sales. And photography was really a hobby that I was able to turn into my own business. And I've worn a lot of hats in the business. Actually, right now I sell equine insurance with Lavin Insurance Services, and so I've done a lot of different things. It's a wonderful industry. Offers a lot of people who have any kind of interest in horses. And
you also own, ride, show, your daughter shows as well, and you have some off-the-track thoroughbreds, so a lot of fun there. But something that sounds a lot of fun to me, and I guess we have some breaking news, because you and your former husband, Ken McPeak, have always shared a passion for horse racing, which is very evident in everything you just said. And the two of you created an application because you want to give back and try and grow this sport and show other people how great it is. What is Horse Races Now?
Well, Horse Races Now is our attempt to try and bring racing back into the consciousness of people. Horse racing used to be the #1 spectator sport in the country, and obviously we have a lot of competition now, and I think this is our way to use today's technology and bring horse racing into the palm of people's hands so they can take it with them wherever they go. Kenny and I have had a lot of conversations about how racing can improve what they do and how they bring it to people, and this is our attempt to do that. We're very excited about it, and yet you get the exclusive. It is now in the App Store as we speak.
And it wasn't a couple days ago when we first chatted about this. It looked like it might have been a little bit of a process, but that process eliminated now. And right now, how can people go and get this application? I know it's free for a certain amount of time. Tell us where people can go to download this and see what you've got for them.
Well, the easiest thing to do is to pull out your iPhone, your iPad, or your iPod Touch, and just go to our website, horseracesnow.com, and select, there's a Get App Now button, and that's going to take you directly to the iTunes store where you can download the app.
And how long is it free? How long is the trial period?
Well, right now we're working on getting more and more content, more and more live video from different racetracks, and we're adding content every day. So we felt like this is a good chance for people to kind of get their feet wet, and it really depends on how quickly we feel we have enough content to be able to provide something that people are really going to be able to use. And the exciting thing, too, is that Keeneland is on board. We have several racetracks that are on board, and with the Keeneland meet coming up, we're really excited that people will be able to participate in Keeneland and take the races wherever they go.
So explain this a little further. I've got the app. I'm interested in Keeneland. What will I be able to see on this application of Keeneland?
The neat thing is you are going to be able to make your own favorites. When you have the screen, you're going to be able to swipe across the screen. You're going to be able to add your favorite horses, your favorite trainers, jockeys, or your racetracks. And you're going to get a push notification. Whenever you have one of your favorites come up, you'll get a push notification at different points during the whole racing process. When there's an entry, when it's 15 minutes to post time, when it's 1 minute to post time, and when the early results come in, and also when the full charts and the replays are ready. You'll get a different sound for each notification. So you'll be able to kind of teach yourself, like you'll hear a sound, you'll hear the starting gate open, and you'll know it's 1 minute to post. So you better go to your phone and be able to open up the app, and you'll be able to watch the race live.
Which is really fantastic, because you can be waiting for a plane, you can be so many places, and this is taking that stable alert, if you will, on horses you want to watch to a whole new level. I mean, right there, wherever you are, you can carry this around. If there's a racetrack out there that's watching, wasn't familiar with this before, and wants to come on board, how can they become a part of this?
Well, that's easy, too. They can also go to our website, horseracesnow.com, and we have contact information and also the forms, the contracts that they need to do, and it's a simple form to fill out and fax into them so we can cross our T's and dot our I's and make sure everybody's happy. So we're more than willing to talk to any racetrack. It's also important to note that we're not limiting ourselves just to thoroughbred horse racing. We're also interested with quarter horse racing, harness racing. We've had a huge amount of interest as well from the steeplechase racing. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we think all sorts of racing has interest, and it's an exciting sport for everybody. We want to share it with everybody.
And sharing is what you're doing, because you're taking a lot of your own money, and this is not an easy undertaking financially or collecting data, doing what you're doing. This is a huge undertaking from your wallets, and it takes a long time, as anybody knows, to get a business going. So if and when, and we're hoping the when will play out, and I think it will, because this is a great idea, it starts to make money, that money is going to go back into purses. Now, how is this going to happen?
Well, that's our hope. You know, this has been really about a 2-year process from the start of the idea to getting it in the App Store. It's been a long process, and it hasn't been inexpensive. So, yes, when we're up and running and we really are making some kind of money, our intention is to share that. We've not come up with a specific monetizing plan. Right now, it's our love and our heart that's in this. We believe that this is something that people are going to eat up and they're hungry for. And as we start making some money with it, then we want to give money back in the form of the purse structure. We think that this is a great way to add back into the purse structure, which is going to help both the racetracks and the horsemen. And it's also important to know that we also want to give back to the horses that are racing, too. That giving back to thoroughbred aftercare or racing aftercare is also an important part of our goal for this whole project.
And this site, it's not a wagering site. It's strictly an information site, the ability to have at your fingertips the live races that you can watch. What else can you do on this site? Is there any kind of archive area? How long is a race stored? A library? Explain a little more.
You'll be able to get all our entries and results, be able to watch live video, and you're also going to be able to watch race replays. The replays, we have an archive for 2 years back. Wow. You'll also, like I mentioned before, be able to mark your favorite horses, racetracks, trainers, or jockeys. Once again, you'll be getting different push notifications once your favorite shows up, and each notification will have a different sound that will tell you what's coming in. You'll be able to do searches to find horses or trainers that you want to look for. So it really becomes kind of your own program, looking at your results and all of the wagering information. We are not a wagering app. We're an entertainment app. But there will be a wagering button that you'll be able to go on, and if you're have an express bet, any kind of account, that you'll be able to go ahead and take care of those needs as well. But our purpose is to bring racing to the hands of the people wherever they are. I can't tell you how many times I've been, we've been traveling somewhere and we've got a horse that we want to watch run, and we're ending up going from bar to bar to try and find somebody that has satellites so we can watch a race. It takes all that stress and worry out of it. Or I'm sitting in carpool waiting to pick up Jenna from school. I want to watch races too. So this really brings horse racing right into the palm of our hands and lets us enjoy the sport.
I think this is a tremendous thing that you and Ken have done, and congratulations on having the app available in stores now. Everybody that's interested, racetracks, race fans alike, go to www.horseracesnow.com. You can download the app for a certain amount of time free and get to know it, and then hopefully you're going to have a lot of business and a lot of tracks signed up, because this is tremendous. Like you said, waiting for airport, sitting not while you're driving your car, but while you're sitting in the pickup line for your children at school, you can watch a race. Sue, thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me, Joanne. It's good to talk to you.
Likewise, and we'll catch up soon. Sue McPeak, great lady, and we're very lucky to have her in racing. And she and her former husband, Ken McPeak, giving back. Horse Races Now. Check it out on the internet.